Hello and welcome to The Lineup. It's a show where we recap the latest in crime news. So I'm going to cover a couple of stories that interest me and updates of other cases that we've been looking into. I hope you guys enjoy and bear with me as I learn. Reddy, a dentist from Sydney, Australia, was sadly found stuffed in a suitcase. But that's not where the story ends. You see, a day after her body was found, her ex-boyfriend died in a car crash, a crash that was intentional. On Sunday, March 3rd, the last known contact was made with Reddy. Her family became concerned when she didn't arrive home at the expected time. Days later, after a lot of effort by her loved ones to locate her, her body was found in a suitcase in her car. She had been stabbed numerous times. What happened in those days that led to this horrific death? Reddy was at a dental convention over the weekend with her ex-boyfriend, Harshwarden Nard. Police grilled him on the whereabouts of Reddy while she was a missing person. Shockingly, a day after Reddy was reported missing, Nard was involved in a head-on collision with a truck that is reported by police to have been a deliberate act. Thankfully, the 49-year-old truck driver managed to escape his vehicle before it exploded. Today, Neetha, Reddy's sister, issued a statement on behalf of the family that says, "Words can't capture the pain we are feeling with the passing of my beautiful sister. Preethi was a bright light, lovable, kind, and protective of all whom were lucky enough to have been loved or cared for by her. Prior to this unthinkable event, she has been the happiest I'd ever seen her. She was living her best life. On behalf of my family, I want to thank anyone who shared our appeals to find her and those who provided information to the police and us over the last few days. The family plan to stay in touch with the detectives until the full circumstances surrounding this horrific tragedy are determined." She goes on to say, "While we now know that Preethi is no longer with us, the certainty of her movements on Saturday night and Sunday morning are not fully yet known. Our family will never be the same without Preethi in our lives. I'll update this story if anything else comes to light. Rest in peace, dear Preethi Reddy." Moving on to a man who people worldwide know as a monster, it's Chris Watts. We are hours out from hearing that 5-hour interview he gave in which he apparently details the crime that shook the world. If you didn't know, Chris Watts was convicted of killing his pregnant wife Shanann and their beautiful girls, Bella, 4, and Celeste, 3. At the time, he claimed they were missing, even giving press interviews, claiming how he wanted them back. However, it was soon realised that he'd in fact killed Shanann, Nico, their unborn son, Bella and Celeste. Initially, he blamed Shanann, saying she killed the girls, and he killed her as a crime of passion. Later, he pled guilty to all counts of murder though. The world waits to hear what really happened. However, how can we honestly believe what comes out of the mouth of a malignant narcissist? On to another worldwide case. R. Kelly has given an exclusive interview to Gayle King, who's my new hero, denying any of the allegations of sexual assault against him. Kelly has been charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, a Class 2 felony, involving 4 alleged victims. I'm sure the aim of the interview was for him to appear to be an innocent victim. However, he came across as anything but that. I highly recommend you watch Surviving R. Kelly if you haven't. It shows the depravity of this man, as well as the CBS interview that has just aired to see his behaviour and the incredible composure of Gayle King. All that I have left to say is, mute R. Kelly. In other news, George Pell, the disgraced Catholic Church cardinal from Australia, will get a second chance to clear his name in June if the judge grants his appeal. The 77-year-old church official was found guilty in December last year of sexually assaulting 2 schoolboys in Melbourne in the 1990s. He is the highest-ranking official within the church to have been charged and convicted of a sex crime. He is currently in custody after withdrawing his bail request and is looking at facing up to 50 years in jail. Sentencing is March 15th, so we will have more on that soon. Finally, in something not so much true crime but scary nonetheless, it's just been discovered that there are 3 new species of Aussie spiders. As if we needed any more. They're apparently harmless and charismatic, but I'm sure there's people out there who believe differently. And that's all for this recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You're welcome also to comment below on any stories you'd like me to discuss next time. Bye for now.